Summary of Parable of the Sower by Octavia E. Butler. The year is 2024, and it's the night before Lauren Olamina turns 15 and her dad turns 55. Lauren is dreaming that she is learning to fly, but she hits a wall of fire while doing so. After some time has passed, she and her stepmother, Corey, have a talk on the fact that there is no longer any light pollution and that stars may once again be seen. Lauren doesn't believe in the faith her father followed anymore, but she is still going to get baptized. Lauren and the other kids getting baptized are going to a real church, which is across the street from their neighbors. Their home is in Robledo, which is 20 miles from Los Angeles. The poor, mutilated, and hurt people living outside their neighborhood wall make it hard for Lauren to be around them. Because her mother used drugs while she was pregnant, she has hyperempathy, a condition that makes her feel other people's pain and happiness. At the same time, Alicia Leal, an astronaut, died on a trip to Mars. Christopher Donner, one of the candidates for president, has said that he wants to end the space program to save money, but Lauren thinks that space is the way of the future. A very religious Christian woman in Lauren's area named Mrs. Sims killed herself because she thought that suicide was a punishment from hell. The election goes to Christopher Donner. In 2025, a girl in the neighborhood named Amy Dunn, who is 3 years old, sets fire to her family's garage. Amy was born because her mother, Tracy, was raped by her own sister. Tracy was only 12 years old when she got pregnant with Amy. The empty house of Mrs. Sims is taken over by her friends Wardell Parrish and Rosalie Payne. Lauren does not believe in the Payne Parrish family. Lauren, her boyfriend Curtis Talcott, his brother Michael, and Peter Moss all go to target practice with her. Richard Moss is Peter's father. Richard is a total shit who has 3 wives and follows his own very male-centered church that is a mix of West African traditions and Old Testament teachings. When they see a stray dog, Lauren's best friend Joanne Garfield freaks out. Lauren shoots the dog, and the pain makes her almost pass out. It hasn't rained in 6 years. The next day, Lauren finds out that someone shot and killed Amy through the neighborhood gate. Joanne has lunch in Lauren's room, and the two of them talk about what will happen in the neighborhood in the future. Lauren says she has been reading books to help her get ready for survival because she doesn't think the neighborhood will be safe for much longer. Joanne doesn't believe Lauren and says she reads too many adventure stories. When Lauren's mother hears about this chat from Joanne, her father has a tough talk with her. But in the end, he agrees to make earthquake packs and set up a neighborhood watch every night. Lauren came up with the word earthseed to describe her religious views. She thinks that this religion's goal for the future is to bring people to every corner of the world. The things she has written about earthseed are kept in one notebook because she wants to use them to teach others one day. Tracy walks out of the neighborhood gate the day before Lauren's 16th birthday and never comes back. This is not what Lauren wants for her future. She knows that everyone in her neighborhood thinks she will marry her boyfriend Curtis and have kids. Kendrick, Lauren's brother who is 12 years old, takes Corey's key and leaves the neighborhood. When he finally comes back, he is hurt, dirty, and some of his clothes have been taken. Keith is upset, and Lauren's dad is very angry. After some time, Keith's birthday gift is a BB gun from Lauren's dad and Corey. Keith goes away and comes back with fresh clothes and shoes 2 days later. After that, he leaves and comes back with a roll of cash. Keith is almost 14 years old and very tall the next year, in 2026. He lives in a building that is not in the neighborhood. He talks to Lauren in a nice way while she makes dinner. She knows he is hiding the fact that he is doing something illegal, but their relationship is stronger than it was before. Kyle tells Lauren about pyro, a drug that makes people start fires. Keith is found dead after 2 days. His body has been cut up, which makes it look like drug dealers killed him. Corey tears up all the time, but Lauren and her dad don't cry. The city of Olivar on the coast has been taken over by a company called KSF, which wants people to move there. While Lauren's dad isn't sure about this plan, Corey says he wants to move there. The name Earthseed, the Book of the Living is chosen by Lauren for her Book of Earthseed literature. KSF agrees to let Joanne and her family move to Olivar. After a few days, Lauren's dad doesn't come home from work. Lauren and other people in the neighborhood look for him but can't find him. Lauren speaks at church on Sundays instead of her dad. Her family holds a funeral for her dad even though they have no idea what happened to him. Curtis and Lauren have sex and talk about going north together. After a few days, someone sets fire to the Payne Parish house, killing all 7 Paynes. Wardell stays at Lauren's house, but he won't eat and acts strangely there. After 7 months, Lauren wakes up to the smell of fire. Truck thieves broke through the neighborhood gate, and people who are addicted to pyro have set fire to the buildings with brightly colored paint on their skin. Lauren runs through the neighborhood, past people who have died. She hides in a shed that has been left empty outside the neighborhood gate. Lauren comes back in the morning to find the neighborhood wrecked. She goes inside to get everything she needs, like clothes, toiletries, money, and her emergency pack. Richard Moss and Michael Talcott's bodies are lying in the street for her to see. Harry Balter and Zara Moss, Richard's younger wife, come up to her. Lainey hears from Zara that Corey and her brothers have died. Zara starts to cry when Lauren tells her that Richard has died. Zara says Richard bought her from her mother when she was 15 and living on the streets. Lauren lets Zara and Harry know that she's going to go north. Lauren chooses to dress as a drag queen to avoid too much attention, and Harry agrees to go. Zara finally agrees to come as well. At a nearby shop, Lauren, Harry, and Zara get things they need. Afterward, they go to the 101, where a lot of other people are walking north. People around them are careful not to trust them because they know that even people who seem harmless can be dangerous. They switch off who keeps watch at night. Someone tries to steal Harry's gun while it's his turn. She hits the man over the head with a rock and then cuts his throat so she doesn't have to feel his pain. Harry is mad about this, but Lauren says she wouldn't have killed him if she didn't know he was going to die anyway. She also talks to Harry and Zara about how she feels too much pity for others. Zara says that where she is from, most babies are born with problems caused by drugs. After some time, Lauren shows Harry the first lines of the Earthseed script: everything you touch changes, and everything you change changes you. God is a shifter. As they walk north, the three see another huge fire. Under Harry's watch that night, he and Zara have sex. Harry needs to be more careful, Lauren tells him very strongly. Back on the road, they stop a group of thieves who are trying to rob a young mixed-race family with a baby. Lauren is sure that the family will join them because they are natural allies. When they get to the ocean, Lauren sets up a method to filter the water so that it is safe to drink. A dog comes up to the mixed-race family who is camping nearby, and Lauren kills it. The family comes over and introduces themselves. The man's name is Travis, the woman's name is Natividad, and their son's name is Dominic. Lauren reads them some lines from Earthseed. In the evening, the group is camping on a new beach in Santa Barbara County, and Travis and Lauren are talking about Earthseed. Travis is not sure, but he is interested. Lauren says that Earthseed's destiny is to take root among the stars, which means to settle on other worlds. She also says that this is their idea of heaven. After a week, she writes that Travis is the first person who has changed her mind and Zara is the second. She makes up her mind to keep looking for new people to join the Earthseed Society. The more people there are, the safer they will be. After a few days, there's an earthquake. Lauren makes friends with Bankole, a handsome black guy who is 57 years old. The group saves 2 young white women from a partially collapsed house, but 4 guys attack them right away. They are able to beat the men. The white women say their names are Allie and Jill Gilchrist and say they are sisters who are running away from their cruel father, who forced them to become prostitutes. Harry tells them that they are Earthseed. Lauren thinks that she should be careful because she likes Bankole too much. A few days later, Bankole saves Justin Rohr, a 3-year-old boy who had just lost his parents. Bankole and Lauren kiss that night before Lauren leaves for her watch. Allie and Justin become close, and Jill tells Allie that she had a son, but their father killed him. The group makes a stop at the San Luis Reservoir, which is still mostly full. Bankole and Lauren talk about Earthseed when they are alone. Bankole tells her that he is a doctor who is divorced and that he used to live in a gated neighborhood with Nicole. They talk, read, write, and have sex all day the next day. Lauren helps Jill, Allie, and Zara learn to read and write. The people walked up I-5 for a week. Lauren is told by Bankole that he owns a home with 300 acres of land in Mendocino. Alexandra, his sister, is living there with her husband Don and their 3 kids right now. Bankole keeps pushing Lauren to go with him, but Lauren says she has to be with Earthseed. In the next step, Lauren tells Bankole about her overempathy. At night, 2 strangers, a woman and her young daughter, come in and sleep with the group. They decide to let the strangers join them, and the woman says her name is Emery Solis and her daughter's name is Tori. Emery, Tori, Emery's husband, and her 2 sons were all slaves on a farm. However, Emery's husband got sick and died, and soon after, her boys were taken away. A few days later, Grayson Moore and his daughter Doe, who used to be slaves, join the group. Bankole thinks that Emery, Tori, Grayson, and Doe are acting strangely. After a few days, the group is struck again. When Jill tries to save Tori, she gets shot and dies. As soon as Lauren wakes up, she learns that the 4 new people in the group also have hyperempathy. She tells Grayson about the condition, and he officially agrees to join the Earthseed community. Emery says that the bosses of slaves like it when their workers are very sympathetic. As the group walks through the smoke from a big fire, Lauren starts to believe that they are going to die. They do, however, make it out alive and soon arrive at Bankole's land. The farmhouse has been burned down when they get there. The group finds 5 heads, but Bankole doesn't believe at first that Alexandra and her family are dead. The group doesn't agree on whether to stay on the land or keep going north. They decide to stay in the end and have a big funeral for all the people they've lost. For each person who has died, they plant an acorn and read a variety of Bible verses, Ezekiel lines, poems, and songs. Their new house will be called Acorn. In the final chapter, the book concludes with a verse from the Bible called the Parable of the Sower, which emphasizes how important it is of planting seeds on good ground.
About the author. Octavia Butler was born in Pasadena, California. Her mother raised her after she lost her husband. Octavia started writing when she was young and was interested in science fiction from a young age. She earned an Associate of Arts degree in history at Pasadena City College at night. After that, she took writing classes at the Clarion Science Fiction Writers Workshop, Cal State LA, and the UCLA Extension School. Butler's short story Speech Sounds won the Hugo Short Story Award in 1984. The next year, her collection of short stories, Bloodchild, won the Nebula Award, the Hugo Award, and other awards as well. He won a MacArthur Fellowship in 1995. A lot of Butler's books, like The Parable of the Sower, its follow-up, The Parable of the Talents, and the neo-slave story Kindred, are thought to be some of the most important American books written in the 20th century. However, Butler spent most of her life in poverty and worked multiple jobs, getting up to write at night. She died when she was only 58 years old.
Hope we summarized it fully and you liked it. Please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so that we are motivated to create more videos.